Levracha, the maker of the world, he created our world in many layers. It's really that there's an endless amount of layers, and how much you reach, how much you understand, able to comprehend, is based on one thing: your dedication to the truth. Really, how much you are willing to sacrifice for the truth. How dedicated you will be to the truth, even if it's gonna flip to your face and rebuke you for your mistakes, even if it will show you the complete opposite of what you assumed the truth was. For an example, Abraham for years was going and rebuking people not to sacrifice their children, and he was fighting against idols worshippers not to worship false gods, while people were sacrificing human sacrifices, their firstborn or the male or the female or whatever they felt like doing. He was going against that for years, for tens of years, and then one day Hashem is telling him, hey, it's time. Take your son, the one you love the most, the one that is dear to you the most. Let's go. Take your knife with you. Don't forget the knife. Now, you hear that it's a commandment from Hashem. It contradicts everything you ever spoke for. You check yourself, but no, I'm not crazy. Like, it's not my demons. It's not the drugs leftovers. No, it's nothing like that. No, it's a real prophecy. Hashem just really said so. What am I doing? Committing myself to the truth. Against your truth. Against the truth that you believe in, that there are no human sacrifices and all. But the real truth is higher than the truth. And the person must be prepared all the time to receive higher level of truth. Or else he will always be stuck in a world of lie. For an example, we Jewish people, we do not believe in the New Testament, so-called, by the Christians. We don't have faith in the prophecies in that book. We do not have faith in their Messiah. We don't have faith in their messengers, in the letters that ones received. And like, none of the above is even an argument or a claim to shake the stability of our fundamental established understandings that are rooted in the ancient tradition of the nation of Israel, like Moshe, 5 books of Torah, the general 24 books of the Bible, and the wisdom of our sages, the oral Torah, Mishnah, Gemara, Talmud, and the Midrashim, the Zohar Kadosh, and all the scripts of the righteous ones, and the Jewish rule, the Halakha. Nothing in Christianity, no claims, no Isaiah 52, 43, 70 imaginations. We don't get into those arguments. It's like, it doesn't even triggering our faith. Why? Because our faith is established on roots that are premier to those understandings, to those thoughts of certain people, to those belief systems of certain people who claims that that's the ultimate truth. Okay, we hear you, we understand that's your faith. We're from somewhere else. We're just like following our own traditional route. Now, tell me that Christianity does not hold anything, that it's an empty book, that it's nothing. I don't agree with that as well. Why? Still, even though many parts were twisted, even though many mistakes fell in the translation from Hebrew to English to Old Latin and on the way, a lot of the true knowledge fell off, but still, there's tons of translated verses from the Bible in the New Testament. And with them, I cannot argue. So, even though I do not hold Christianity as faith of truth, I cannot say that there is no some truth in it. There is truth in it. The real truth seekers that will start their journey within Christianity will find some truth in it, and then they will wake up to say, but I lack of something. Something is missing. I need more. Where I don't see the ties, I don't see the connection. Something is missing here. Some parts are twisted. It doesn't flow right. And then their truth will urge them to seek for more, will push them from inside to search, to explore, and then they will find higher level of truth. So, even if you hold in a certain level that has some truth, it still, in general, can be defined as a level of lie, even though there is some truth in it. It's not the real truth. And even when you go and explore Judaism, the distance from you and the truth is like from heaven to earth. Millions of light years will take for you in a steady journey of seeking for the truth, of committing yourself to the truth, to climb from the external layers of Judaism to the inner portions of it that are called Nishmata Deoraita, the soul of the Torah. Do you know where you're holding and where the soul of the Torah is at? Let's say that the person is looking at you and he sees you from far, from certain distance. And also he sees only the outside layer. He sees your skin, the color of your hair. Maybe you're dyeing your hair. He doesn't even know what the real color of your hair is. He looks, he sees your eyes. He doesn't even know if you put color lenses or not. He doesn't, if it's your nose or that you made a surgery and it's a designed, new updated nose that you carry. No one knows. When he looks at you from outside, he doesn't know if it's and also if he will know, because it's my sister, oh yeah, it's my brother, they know me from when I was born, they know you're outside. No one knows you're inside. And there are even layers of pnimiyut, of inside of you, that even you not really aware of. For an example, there are situations in life that you're going to react to those situations in ways that will surprise you in a positive or negative way. You might find yourself surprising yourself with qualities, with wisdom, with knowledge, man, how those words came out from my mouth, amazing. Thank you, Hashem, for your kindness. Thank you for giving me wisdom. And in an opposite way as well, you might find yourself whoa, where those nonsense came from, what controlled me to talk so much filth? Why did I, so much anger, stuck inside of me? Who am I? What's going on? There are layers that are inner, that even to the person himself, they're still hidden. He needs a long, long journey with a lot of power, inner power, to find out who he really is. And that search never ends. Even after you're going to understand who you really are, you actually found an inner ring and you came closer to the core in one further step. But be aware to the fact that you are now holding in an external circle, external ring, to the next one that is ahead of you. Now, if you're satisfied with, okay, look, nice achievements, I'm learning, I'm praying, I'm doing this, I'm doing tshuva, I'm doing it bodedut, a hell of a Jew. So then you became a Jew from hell. it's like really you're very, very far from the truth. If you came to a level and that's it, like you're good with who you are, that's the beginning of your downfall. Really, the seekers of Hashem are chasing Him, always on the move, always running, always climbing, always faster, always trying to achieve more, always they can't rest, always they want to know Hashem more, always they're asking, always they're yearning and begging and hoping and desiring. Why? Because they know that Hashem is endless. Hashem will always have more to offer. More goodness will always be available for the ones who are asking and claiming for Hashem. So, first of all, we learn that to achieve the truth, for that, a person must be dedicated to it. And as much power as you're going to invest and put into that search, that's how much truth you're going to bucket out from the well of Torah, from the well of pure water. And there is a midrash, an horrific, frightening, terrifying midrash. When I say terrifying, means terrifying to people who has desire for truth, even some. They must shake from fear when they hear this simple midrash. And the midrash is saying that at midnight, the main demon, the known as Ashmedai, the head of all demons, is coming down to earth, to this world, and he's putting his impure hands into the well of Torah, and his contaminated hands, from the contamination of his evil, full of that scum, he puts them into the water of Torah. And in the morning, when scholars are waking up to learn Torah, they're drinking from those contaminated waters that Ashmedai put his impure hands in. Now you can ask yourself, Ribono Shel Olam, what am I doing? God forbid. I don't want to drink from these waters. No way in the world. No, just not that. And if he contaminated the water, what will I do? I cannot not learn Torah. What should I do? It's called Nafal Pita Bebira. The bread fell into the well. Like someone told you, hey, do you catch? You catch? He said, yes, okay. Standing by the well, receiving the bread, supposed to receive the bread, and it fell into the well. Now, it's in my territory, it's in my area, but it's down there, I cannot reach it. So, does it help me? Did I get the bread? No. So, I want to learn Torah, to work on myself, to fix myself, but now I'm hearing that the Torah is being contaminated at midnight by the head of all demons, by the source of all evil. What am I doing with that? Stuck. You're not stuck. The verse is saying that if a person purified himself, zacha, na'aset lo sam chaim, the Torah becomes a potion of life for him. Lo zacha, if the person still has not perfected himself, worked on himself enough, purified himself enough, na'aset lo sam mavet, the Torah itself become poisoned potion, like poison for him. It's a killer. So what will I do? How will I know? Am I zacha or am I lo zacha? Am I worthy to learn Torah? Can I gain sweet Torah that Hashem will supervise on me, that the water that I will receive are only waters that were not contaminated, or that maybe, God forbid, I'm not in that level, and then what will happen to me? God forbid, no one wants to die, I don't want to be poisoned. It depends on your effort. If you know that you worked on yourself since yesterday till today to purify yourself, to be a better person, you should not worry about that at all. Zacha is the person who zikech et atzmo. The one who won, who gained, is the one who purified himself. We have the tools. We don't know what the results are. We're not supposed to worry about the results. The results are after death. anyone will see what he gained in his lifetime after death, after 120. But before that, you can only count on your own judgment, on your own inner search, on your own inner observation. If you check yourself and you say, I did the best I could, I'm doing a lot, thank God, I'm like really trying. If you're now not going to count on a person that is really trying, honestly trying, so what are you doing here? There's no one to trust. If you cannot trust someone that is trustworthy, someone that when he finds himself messing up, he's admitting, doing tshuva, trying to atone for his sins, taking responsibility, apologizing, asking forgiveness, trying to fix, to correct, to pay back his debts. If you see a person like that, you can count on him. That's it. So you should count on yourself that Hashem is with you. And those are the promises of Hashem to his followers. If you will walk in my path, I will be there for you. If you will do charity, I will save your life. If you will be kind, I will be kind to you. If you will protect my children, I will protect yours. All those promises are based on your effort, not on your results. Hashem never wrote to us, if you're going to learn 1,000 pages, then if you're going to give $100,000, then you... Nowhere in the world amounts are a sign for an evidence for success. In Beit HaMikdash, in the Mishkan building, Moshe asked the people, everyone should bring the same amount. Everyone should bring half a shekel. Why? That the donation will be similar, that everyone will understand that they're equal in front of Hashem. In front of Hashem, everyone are equal. Elijah the prophet in the book Tana de Belial is saying, I make heavens and earth testify that what that I'm about to say is truth. Me'idani alai shamayim va'aretz. If it's a man, if it's a woman, if it's a slave, if it's a free person, if it's a Jewish person, if it's a non-Jew, a Gentile, corresponding to the purity of their actions, the divine spirit will hover upon them. You don't need to be a Jew, male, related to King David's family to be called Kadosh. You can be called villain with the same description. While another person that is coming from a foreign family but had a sincere effort to come closer to the truth and found his way to do so with time, with years, and only when he was elder he knocked the doors of tshuva and came into the hall of purity, of holiness, and really achieved some nice achievements only in elder age. That person will be considered tzaddik gamur, complete righteous person, based on his effort. Even if his beginning was out there in the wilderness, in places that are unknown to Jewish people, like he came from forgotten lands, from different islands, like he found his way sailing boats, rafting in the rivers from South America, somewhere running away from crocodiles on his way back to civilization, and then somewhere closer to Judaism. People came from most foreign places that Judaism almost never reached, and only those souls woke up somehow because of their truthfulness, because of the roots of truth that are planted within them. Those are souls of converts. Like that you have a tree of life, family tree of the family of the tribes of Israel, and you see that person, maybe we don't remember today, but truly there is history, there is dynasty. That person is the child of that couple, and that couple are the children of those 4 people, and those 4 people are the descendants of those 8, 16, 32, and on. Like that's how it works. Like you cannot argue with the tree of life, with history. In the same way, there is a spiritual tree of life within the bodies, and it does not work straight exactly in perfect reflection of the family physical tree. No, it does not. Sometimes you can have a villain, impure seed that will be planted inside a beautiful, wonderful family, and that guy will be an awful human being. He will sell his own family to the Amalekites. He is an Amalek inside a Jewish family. You can find those things. And you can find a Jewish soul that borns into an Amalek family. Suddenly, inside of Nazi Germany in 1939 or 1942, you're going to see a German person, man or a woman, that are coming out to the front and saving Jewish people against all odds. And they're all blonde with blue eyes and like can be related to the Nazi racist method in perfection. But their heart did not allow them to be villains and to cooperate with evil. So they step out and they reveal a godly soul, a noble soul that is treasured inside of them. And they received that soul from somewhere. So Hashem, the Maker, he works in mysterious ways. And he never wrong. And we should count on him. And if you want to learn more about him, you keep increasing the level of your search. And you ignore everything you see around you. And you put your mind and your focus only on your heart. Deep inner search to find out what the real truth is, what really Hashem wants from me. Hashem, what do you want for me? Hashem, what can I do for you? This world is not full of lies. It's covered with lies. Nothing that you see with your eyes is true. Nothing. Even when you watch a class, even my class, okay, Rav Dror is claiming for the truth. Rav Dror, truthful speaker, yeah, we appreciate you. What? Now, Rav Dror, you said that we cannot believe anything we see, but if we listen only to you, Rav Dror, I'm telling you, you need to filter all my words. When you listen to me, you need to listen to your heart while hearing me. If some of my things does not relate to your reality, you need to put them aside. And only the things that you feel that motivates you to serve the Maker and to commit yourselves in stable, steady, healthy, joyful, satisfying ways to connect you to the Maker, take those from me and from anyone else. If there are movies that you're watching on Netflix, Hollywood movies, I don't know what, and in that movie you find a spark of inspiration. If you hear music, old music, new, modern music, techno music, trance music, old pop, rock, whatever, Elvis Presley songs, and you find inspiration in those songs, don't ever judge the source of those songs to say, no, I cannot be inspired by that singer. Why not? Are you the judge of the universe to decide where light should come from and through which channels? Or that you are here to receive from the Maker and to pass on to the ones who are underneath you in a receiver position to receive from you? If you're here to nullify yourself to the Maker, so tune yourself to His voice, because sometimes Hashem is calling from the storm, and sometimes from the eye of the storm. Sometimes Hashem is calling from deep waters, and sometimes from the upper waves. Sometimes Hashem is calling from out of space, and sometimes Hashem is calling from within. Sometimes Hashem is calling in Hebrew, and sometimes in English slang. Sometimes Hashem is calling you from the music of the Levites, old, traditional, Jewish, amazing melodies. And sometimes He is in rap, He is in trance, He is in metal, heavy metal, rock bands. Hashem is talking to us frequently from 360 degrees. From any angle, any perspective you will observe, you can find Hashem there, because Hashem's light is filling the world, but it's covered with lie. How will you find the truth from the lie? If you'll be a truth seeker, you shall find it. It's a promise from Hashem, like those promises that I mentioned before. Hashem promised us that He shall be close to everyone who calls Him, to anyone who calls Him with truth. So if you'll be truthful in your call, and you will ask for the truth, you shall find it.